I'm going to talk about a nice and practical way to give your static videos a handheld camera and a shaking effect. Those who have seen the movie Deadpool may remember it. Images with a shaking effect are often used in the movie. This shaking effect is not a digitally created effect specially prepared for the Deadpool movie, but an effect obtained from real camera shake. I will explain how to use this effect for the curious, so that you too can animate your tripod shot static videos with the shake effect used in Deadpool. You can use it not only for videos, but also for photos. I have shared the link to this page in the explanation section. When you go to this page, you will see that there are camera presets specially created for Deadpool. When we scroll down the page, we see the download link that we can use for Premiere. Let's click on the download link and download these presets to our computer as a zip file. I right click on this file that we downloaded as a zip file and select Extract All. I am using the default compression application of Windows. You can extract the files of this zip file using a similar method with programs like WinZip or WinRAR. Once I have exported, I go into the folder that I have exported and I can see the Premiere preset here, which we are going to import into Premiere. So, we need to copy the path to this folder. Right click and copy. Soon, we will need to access this folder in Premiere and we will import this file in it. Now we can go to Premiere. Since this is an effect, we will need the effects panel. Look, here is my effects panel. If you don't see the effects panel in your workspace, it may be turned off. You can make this panel visible by selecting the effects option under Window. Look, now you will see lines on the right side of the effects panel. I right click on these lines and select Import Presets because I want to import the presets. In the window that opens when I click on this, I paste the path we just copied and select the preset named Deadpool in this folder and click Open. That's how we imported the effect into Premiere, and we can access the effect by typing Deadpool in the search field. See, our effect is in the options under the folder named Deadpool under presets. There are two different folders and in the two different folders there are effects with different movement styles. By hovering these effects, you will see some descriptions. The below folder, if you have larger files, that is, if you have videos that are over 2K in size, these are presets for those videos and you can see how many seconds this effect is in the descriptions here. The first one is set to 44 seconds. 25 seconds, 25 seconds and 25 seconds. This is a 1920 by 1080 video and the effects we will use are above. Of course, you can see which effect suits you better by trying them all. Let's analyze them a little bit. The first one is a 25-second effect and it resizes up to 105%. Because as you know, these shake effects can cause gaps to appear at the edges of the images. So we need to enlarge the image a little bit so that these gaps don't show up. This does that automatically. The first one is for 25 seconds and the other ones are for 11 seconds and 25 seconds. We can use one of these. Look, first of all, let me play the footage itself. It's a stabilized image. It was shot with a tripod, so you don't see any movement from the camera. I'm going to take one of these effects and I'm going to apply it over the video. And as soon as I drop the effect over the video, we notice a little bit of expansion. Now, I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to play it back. And we can see that whereas before it was a still video shot with a tripod, now it looks like it was shot with a handheld camera. It is a realistic shaking effect. We have already said that this effect was made from a real camera. I press Ctrl Z to undo my last action. I want to try the other effects. So I try the next effect down. I go back to the beginning and play it back. And we can see that this effect is a little bit more jerky. I press Ctrl Z again. And this time I drag the third effect over the video. We can see that the camera is a bit steadier than in this effect. But it's still not as steady as if it had been shot by a tripod. There is a low level of shake. In this video, I showed you how to make steady footage shot with a tripod look like it was shot with a handheld camera. I hope this was useful. You can also use this effect to make your still images move very easily. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.